Like a boss.
All right, ladies, this is Alex from Mindful Attraction, and today we're going to be redoing a video that I just uploaded, which was called 10 Things That Will Ruin a First Date with a Guy. Now, the first video I didn't like because I didn't explain things too well, all right? I elaborated on some points and I didn't explain myself too well. I don't know why, but I just did. I listened to it. I was like, I don't like the way this sounds, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me redo it all over again. Even if it's a 20-minute video, I don't mind redoing things, okay? So I changed things around because again, there were some things that I said I'm like, man, I wish I would have explained a little bit better. So we're gonna do it again right now because I don't want that video because I just, for some reason, it just didn't come out right. Okay. So the first one is this: you're disrespecting. No, it's not that it didn't come out right, but I can see how people who want to misinterpret things intentionally could easily misinterpret the things that I said there. So I was like, you know what? Let's redo it all over again. So the first one is being late on a date. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot be late on a date. You gotta show respect. Okay, you're never late to work. Why are you late to a date? Let me tell you something. Anytime a woman is excessively late on a date, she wasn't interested. Think about it. When you're late to something, it's because you didn't want to be there and you were kind of bored or you were forced to go there, right? So by being late on a date, any high value guy is a guy that has options. Beauty is common to a high value guy. Beauty is everywhere. All right. And those guys have so much option that they're looking for a reason not to see you again. All right. So I would highly recommend that if you like the guy, just be on time on a date. Show some respect because then a guy might take that and say, oh, she's playing games. And he might be late the next time as almost like a retaliation. I remember one time a girl did that. And she accidentally told me that she did that. She does that to all the guys. That she's always late on the second date to all the guys. She was 40 minutes late. She fucking made the mistake of telling me that. Cause I was like, really? You were late because that you intentionally late, and she was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know," and I was like, "Oh okay, all right, man," and I was mad at her. I was like, all right, cool," and she could sense it. You see what I'm saying? So what happened? I pulled away because I was like, "Nah, man, like, why are you playing those games with me, man? Like I'm not playing games with you." Well, you guys might think I actually don't play those games unless a woman is disinterested. I just pull away. Like there's no games behind that. You see what I'm saying? The second one is, first of all, if a guy invites you for a date like dinner, I mean not dinner, for like drinks, okay, um don't eat. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the thing, okay, it happened to me many times where I will invite a woman over for, not over for drinks, I will invite a woman for tea, you know, and she asks, "Are we gonna eat?" And I'm like, "Nah, I already ate. I don't buy food for people I don't know. I don't know you, so I usually don't buy food for women on the first date, second date, but not the first date." So I was like, "Nah, man, let's just get tea, just eat before coming in." She was like, "Okay." She went on a date, and I was gonna pay. I normally pay for the dates, and she came, and she was like, already 15 minutes late. I was already mad. I was like, "Oh." No, 20 minutes. I was like, ugh, right? So she's like, hey, and I was like, hey, what's up? Anyway, so she was, and I was like, and I was like, so what do you want? And she was like, can I get something to eat? And I'm like, oh, she was like, could we eat? And I was like, I already ate. I told you I already ate. We're gonna get tea. And she was like, oh, I didn't eat. And I was like, sure, whatever. And part of me was like, this, she's late and now she wants to eat. And I'm like, all right, cool. This bitch fucking orders pancakes and fucking pancakes, big old syrup. It's just a brunch. She ordered brunch. She ordered fucking brunch, right? And me, I have a thing when we're looking at women eat. I get ugh about it, right? Especially like on the first date. I don't like seeing people eat. I don't know why. Anyways, so I'm like, this chick doesn't know me. She clearly, like, how can I say it? I was paying for it. I even said I'm gonna pay for it, right? For the drinks, and then she goes and orders, thinking she's gonna order something small. She orders a fucking meal. I'm like, come on, man, ladies, that's a sense of entitlement. That's a sense of entitlement. You wouldn't do that for a stranger. You only do that with people who you don't respect, because at least you would ask. So don't have a sense of entitlement on a date. You know what I'm saying? Be polite. You don't know the guy. Just because you're hot doesn't mean you should step on boundaries like that. Because then what's gonna happen? You might like him, but because of the way you're acting, you might make him into a bitch. You might turn him into a bitch because he sees how tough you are, but he still wants to see you. So then you're gonna get turned off by him, right? So unless a guy suggests it, if you guys are having an agreed on thing, if you're gonna eat, don't eat something big. Come on, man. Anyway, second one. Don't talk about politics on a date, okay? don't talk about politics. Politics is not something you want to talk about or bring up. All right, because it's like it's the negative energy that you feel when you argue with someone is not fun. Okay, argument is not fun. So don't talk about politics. The next one is texting on a date. Okay, do not text on a date. All right, put your phone down. The reason why is this: let's just say you actually see him, right, and see him more often. He's gonna notice that you're always on your phone. And when I tell you, ladies, to take your time with texting him, and when you're on a date, you keep being on your phone, and when you take a long time to text him back, he's gonna think you're playing games, and then he's gonna start playing those games, and then you're gonna get mad at why he's playing those games. Don't start those games. When you're with him, put your phone away. Don't text. All right, show him that you're not on your phone a lot, because to most guys, to high value people, anybody, think of high value guy on a first date almost like an interview, like they're looking for a reason to let you go. It's they're high value for a reason, and you like them. If you like them, most likely other people like them. See what I'm saying? So when you're with them, put your phone down. It shows respect, and it enables you to actually take your time to text them, because you actually don't have your phone when you're around people. The next one is judging him about his habits that he talks to you about, right? That deserves no explanation. If a guy's talking to you about that he drinks a lot, about this or that, don't fucking be referring him to Alcoholics Anonymous. Don't be giving him therapy. All right, just talk. Don't judge. Don't bring solutions to shit. You don't want to be mixed fix at all. You see what I'm saying? Because it might turn them off, because you might remind them of somebody in their lives who's always saying that same shit. See what I'm saying? You want him to feel like he can be himself around you, that he can have his flaws without you judging him. And a lot of women, they see a guy and say, you know what, only this thing needs to be changed, and then they try to change it in him on the first date. And the next one is the next one is planning the second date on the first date. My God in heaven have mercy. That is the biggest sign of neediness ever. All right, you do not plan the second date on the first date. Don't say, let's hang out at this place next week. Let him bring it up. Let him bring all of that stuff up. All right. The next one is telling him about your ex. Don't talk about your ex. I don't want to know about your ex. All right. I don't want to know about that. In fact, like when you talk of details about your ex, I usually tell women, look, man, let's just change the topics. I don't want to know about your ex. Okay. And if she still brings it up, I'm like, look, man, I bet your ex was nice, but I don't want to. I don't like hearing about other dudes, man. Let's just change the topic. And that's how I am. You know what I'm saying? And some people might like it, some people don't like it. I prefer not to hear it. All right? I just prefer not to. I one time saw this this girl, right, that I knew, right? She's a porn star, right? And all of my friends know she's a porn star. And I was actually gonna go out with her, right? And I saw one of her porns. The guy that she was with, that motherfucker had a 13-inch dick. Look, man, my dick ain't small, don't get me wrong, but a 13-inch dick, that is too much. Fuck that. And a part of my head was like, I am never insecure about my dick, but a 13-inch dick, get the fuck out of here, man. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to know about that. I don't want to know about fucking that, right? I'm happy. Like you don't want him to feel. I tell you what, though. There's a strategy that you could use with that. That's funny, but I prefer not to. I just prefer not to hear, right? Because it's just, I don't want to hear that. Like it's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep that shit to yourself. That just tells me you're not over it if you keep bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? And a guy who has options does not want somebody who's not over somebody else. You know? The next one is not trying to dress nice. Look, ladies, don't be looking like bums in the date. All right? Dress nice. Dress nice. All right? Now, look, me, I'm very observant. I noticed that when women wear jeans on a date, usually doesn't end with them coming home. Maybe there's a coincidence behind that. But I do notice that when women wear skirts and they dress nicer, it usually correlates with them liking me more, right? So it's kind of like there's a correlation in that, from what I've seen. You see what I'm saying? But generally, though, dress nice. I mean, because if you don't dress nice, that just means you don't have no interest in the guy. That means there's not a part of you that feels a little insecure that makes you try a little bit harder to look nice. All right. So dress nice, because it's kind of like a guy who's high value is used to women looking nice on the date. Just what it is. Ladies, we're talking about high value. We ain't talking about normal dudes. All right, we're talking about high value guys, like the 10 or 5% of dudes. All right, this is what we're talking about here. The next one is explaining to him why you don't want to go home with him. Ladies, don't be explaining why you don't want to go home with him, why you don't want to have sex with him. Don't condescend him. Just say no. Just say that you don't want to. Don't just say you're this. Blah, 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 blah. No, just say no. All right, don't no. Just say no. You know what I'm saying? Like don't be giving explanations. You see what I'm saying? Because then you're misleading people. When you really don't want nothing with him, and yet you don't really give him a clear. Just say no. Just say I just don't want to. I don't think this is gonna work out. Don't say, oh, it's because, I'm tired or blah. No, just say no. Just say no. All right? There's no need to explain. There's no need to give him a poetic reason why, just so you don't hurt his feeling. Fuck that shit. No. Simple as that. Because this is the thing. And this has nothing to do with the high value. Just in general, I thought I'd include this. Because you don't need to explain yourself. You just don't. If you say no and the dude says why, that tells you everything you need to know. The dude's an idiot. Just say no and that's that. Sometimes saying no is a good test to see whether or not he's a good guy or a rapist. Not a rapist. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like a dude who could take a no, chilled out. He's a guy that at least he's not a killer. You see what I'm saying? So you don't need to explain why you gotta say no to a guy. Just say no and that's that. All right. And this is the thing. Like, a girl told me that, and she said no to me, and she gave me the explanation that could be a murder. And I'm like, bitch, you follow me on YouTube. What the fuck you mean I'm a murder? Just say that you wanted to meet me, because I thought you looked like it looked like I have decent conversations, and stuff like that. But don't tell me because you think I'm a murderer. You clearly told me that you watch me on YouTube and that you've been watching me for a few years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just say no. It's simple because guys are gonna like how can I say this? It's kind of like it's just easier on you guys. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to explain that. All right. So the next one is this: friend zoning guys. Look, man. Like when you're on a date with and another thing, not to do. Only go home with a guy when you're sure with what you want to do with him. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing is that some guys don't know how to take rejections too well. You know what I'm saying? So I know sometimes you change your mind, but with a guy, I prefer that if you're gonna go home with him because you're sure. Sometimes dudes do stupid things when they go home. All right, they ruin it. I get it, right? But generally, don't go home with a guy and say, you know what? Let's see what might happen. Go home and say, you know what? I might fuck him. Why? Because it's just, how can I say this? It just avoids unnecessary dickheads from being dickheads. Cause just some guys, I've heard some guys are just, they don't know how to take rejection. That's why women, I tell guys this, the reason why women give you their numbers when they're not interested in you is because sometimes women don't know how guys are going to react when you say no to them. I remember one time a dude approached a female friend of mine. She said no to him and I said, and he was just standing there angry. And I was like, dude, she said no. He was like, yeah, always say no. And he started yelling and shit. And I was like, holy fuck, right? And then she got behind me and I was like, yo, dude, I was like, dude, calm the fuck down, dude. All right. And I had some friends with me too. It's not like I was alone. I'm not a big guy, you know what I'm saying? But I had my friends. But the point is that I'm like, holy shit, like some guys just cannot take rejection. And if she was alone, some shit would happen, right? So it's always best to put things in your favor. Only go home with him when you really know you want to bang them, right? Not bang them, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, the next one is friend zoning. Look, ladies, like it even goes with the last one, with the ninth one. Don't friend zone a dude who's high value. He is not gonna stick with that. He is not gonna stick with that. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something, man. Friend zoning dudes just brings bad vibes to your life because you don't have genuine energy around you. You know what I'm saying? Like how can I say this? Older women would tell you this. The dudes who they friend zoned, mostly it was a waste of time for him and for them because as soon as you got a boyfriend, you left them. So it's kind of you're wasting your valuable time that you could spend on real friends. Don't be friend zoning random dudes. Yeah, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like personally for me, when a woman says she wants to be friends with me as a way to get to know me slowly, I'm too busy for that shit. Now, this comes from my perspective, the friend zoning one, right? I don't think most guys are like that because they don't know this. But generally, don't like when a woman says, let's be friends, especially when we met at a date, because you're essentially saying that I don't like you, right? But I think you're adorable. I think you're a good person, but I just don't like you, right? It's like, don't, no, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You're not gonna demote me. You first went out with me thinking here, now you're gonna demote me. We and Alex is not being demoted. I'm not being demoted. I'd rather move out. I'd rather move on, because what might happen is that I might develop feelings. I might end up liking you, and you already said no to me. There's a reason why you're friend zoning me. Women don't use friend zone as a strategy. They really don't. You know, because you like them. You know what I'm saying? Unless you work with him at a job or whatever, so you slowly get to know the guy and stuff like that. But generally, if you go out on a date with a dude and then you friend zone him, he might say yes to you, but I'm telling you, he wants to bang you. He wants to bang you, and you don't want that kind of energy around you, man. I'm telling you, like it's best to invest your time and energy in genuine relationships, not dudes who you friend zone. And it's like people trying to find friends on, for example, like you have Bumble, right? On Bumble, right? You have Bumble BFF, which is Bumble for friends, and you have Bumble Date, which is Bumble for dating. Motherfuckers will go on Bumble dating for friends. I'm like, why are you doing that, girl? Guys who will say yes to you really are not your friends. They just want to bang you. They're not your friends. They're not your friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, don't even friend zone those guys, man. You're wasting your time with those guys. You know? Hey, man. These, I'll be honest with you, man. The last one is more of a personal preference, right? But these are, I'll be honest, these things, these guys, the high value guys, ladies, like I said earlier, they're fickle. They're fickle. They get turned off easily. Have you guys ever seen? I've heard stories of, like, because I didn't base it on this, but I would hear stories of Diddy where a woman would go like that, and Diddy would be like, "Oh, you don't fucking touch me." Like the high value guys, like they're petty. They're petty. They're just petty like that because they could be petty. Just like a high value woman is petty. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is, ladies. This is Alex from mindforattraction.org. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have a seminar in New York City, October 26th. I want to see you guys there, okay? All right, peace out and have a great day. Deuces, motherfucker.
All right, ladies. So this is the course that all of you guys have been asking me for, and it's the psychological game of attraction. This is pretty much the course that will make any man beg to want to commit with you. This is the course that I wish, I'll be honest with you, if I was a woman, this is the kind of course that I want, because it's a course that's specifically geared to help you understand how guys fall in love and how to do it in a systematic way that's almost predictable, right? So let me show you guys how this course is set up. By the way, there's a 30-day money back guaranteed on this course. So if you guys don't like it, you guys will get money back. Look, let me show you how it's done, right? So it's split up in a few sections. The first section is the introduction, obviously, what to expect from it. After that is I'm giving you an understanding of the psychology of attraction, right? Because you need to understand that dating is a game. You need to think strategically, that there are certain laws of human nature that you cannot break, and just a few things of why people love each other. You know, it's very important to have a realistic expectation. After that, we go into the three phases of every relationship. They all go in these three phases, and these phases could overlap each other at times, right? The first phase is the pre-honeymoon period. It is when you first know the person, or it is when you're becoming acquaintance with the guy, or it is when you guys broke up and are back together, or it is when you guys had a long period of you guys not knowing each other and now you guys want to rekindle things. This works in any point of the relationship that you need to spark interest and curiosity. So these videos are specific for that. Specific to create curiosity, how to get to know the guy the right way, using your non-verbals, how to create a powerful reputation. It's truly powerful stuff. After that is the honeymoon period. This honeymoon period is how to get from curiosity to interest to creating a deep connection. So all of these videos are specifically geared to that. Not the 30, no. These specific videos are there for this phase, and this phase is any phase. You guys are having a good, happy moment. You guys just got back together, and now you feel that peak. You feel that happiness that you guys felt. That's what this is, right? So these videos are there for that, creating a lonely fantasy, the preemptive breakup, the triangle of love, using words to control his man. It's powerful stuff. After that is the post honeymoon period, and again is a short list of videos because these videos are there to solidify the connection that you already created. So if you just had an incredible moment, or you just came out of a vacation with a guy and everything went well, you better use this phase, because if you don't do this, he's gonna become disenchanted. It's just how it is. These are very specific videos, and if you and all you gotta do is just say, all right, where am I? I tell you where you guys are, and you just watch the video. It's pretty much like being coached by me. You got some bonus videos: stop being nice, dealing with the inevitable, how to deal with breakup, how to deal with getting over a dude. This is the how to overcome manipulation, identifying manipulation, deterring manipulation, defending yourself against manipulation, what to do if you're already in a manipulative relationship, and how to avoid them through detachment. It's pretty much an extremely succinct and laser focused course. Not one waste of motion. That's why I love it. And there's a 30-day money back guarantee if you guys don't like it. No questions asked, people. All right. And if you guys want to support this channel, this is how you support it. And I hope you guys enjoy this. All right. See you guys inside.